Welcome back to another video. Like I said, in a lot of my other videos, there's a lot of motorcycle content coming to the channel this year, starting with this bad boy right here. So if you did not see last year when I picked this thing up, my 2018 Ducati Panigale V4 Speciale, long name, but I gotta say it. Go check out the video when I purchased this. But today's video, you're here, yes, because of this, but because we're installing parts on this. Because if you don't know from my other videos, I'm taking this and the 848 Evo on the track this year. Both of them are going on the track this year at the same time. I'm going to be on one, my dad's going to be on the other. So it's going to be a really fun time, a really great video. Still trying to figure out how I'm going to record that. I do have a GoPro, but you can't, they don't allow GoPros on the track. So we're gonna see how this goes, but today you're here for this, and as you can tell by the title, we are doing a very simple but important mod on this bike, and that is installing a front axle slider on this Panigale V4. So we're gonna go through it together, step by step. I'm gonna explain it. Fairly simple, at least it should be, but yeah, so we're installing some front axle sliders. So let's go get them from the goodie box right behind me, because if you did not see the other video where I unboxed a bunch of motorcycle parts, not just for this but also for the 848 Evo, go check that out, as well as the video where I got a new tracksuit, because I explained everything that's happening with the track this year, how that's going to go about working, and yeah, let's go get those front axle sliders. Alright, here are all the parts. First thing in the box are these engine guards, which are also for the Panigale, but that is not happening in today's video. That's happening in the next video. So this is what we're here for today. They are the exact same for both of the bikes, for the 848 Evo and the Panigale. Front axle slider, this is what we're here for today. So let's put the engine covers back in there, and we can focus on this. So here is the front axle slider. Let's unbox this. I need a knife. This should be a fairly simple, easy mod. Let's not cut ourselves now. But fairly simple, but it does a lot, because we need protection just in case anything happens. You know, you can never be too prepared, and it can be very expensive if, you know, I dropped the V4. Yeah, so these are from Texas Racing, T-Rex Racing. Yeah, they're from T-Rex Racing. The reason I went with T-Rex Racing was mainly because they have a really great set of frame sliders for the 848 Evo, and I went ahead and purchased the frame sliders for the 848 Evo, as well as these front axle sliders for the V4, because it was just easier to buy it all in bulk from one website. Also, T-Rex Racing is a great military discount, so that was definitely a win for me. Yeah, so just simply unscrew these, put these in the front axle, and we'll be on our way. So let's get to work. Alright, so for this install, right, we have the T-Rex Racing front axle slider for the Panigale V4. As you can tell, they are not symmetrical, and the reason being is because of this nub right here. So if you look at the front axle on your bike, there's a hole, right? This goes all the way through to the other side, and on the other side, right, I'm just going to show you. If you take a look at this one, well, if you take a look at there, right, the wall gets thinner from this side, but on this side it looks like there's nothing wrong, you know. Therefore, this is the smaller side, meaning the side for the slider with the nub sticking out is going to go on the bigger side. So it's going to be virtually just like this. Nub on the left if you're facing the bike. If you're facing the bike, or on the right side of the bike if you're going forward, right? If you look at it, right, as if you're riding. So this nub is going to go on the bigger side of the hole, and all you got to do is unscrew this with the tools. It is a hex nut, so we're going to unscrew this, and then shove it all the way through, and simply tighten this on the other side. Alright, so once you got the other side off, you can then stick this all the way through. I would recommend loosening it a little bit because you can, making it longer, right? So it can actually reach all the way. So all you got to do is align it right and stick it in. So if we go to the other side now, we should find the stick just right in there. And that's why I said to loosen it a little bit so you can actually reach it with the other side. So if we grab the other side right here, right, we're gonna slowly align it, right, and try and grab it, and it's not grabbing. So I gotta go back to the other side, loosen it. We'll just do that on camera while we're here. Loosen it pretty far. At least that's what I'm gonna do, right? So it came off all the way. Grab a couple threads there. Go all the way back, and now it's more out. So you definitely want to hold the other side while you do this so you don't accidentally push it in, right? And there you go. We're gonna grab it and tighten now. There you go. And once they've both grabbed, you're essentially good to go. Right, so now they're both on, and right now I'm going to hand tighten both of them at the same time just so you can see like what it's like. So I'm gonna go on both sides and hand tighten them just so they come out just so they are relatively even, if you know what I mean, like just so. All right, push that one in a little bit more. There we go there. Start hand tightening it more. And now they're pretty tight right there. But obviously you don't want these to come off. So that's when you grab your good old wrench here. Make sure you set it to on. And you just start tightening. You don't want to tighten too much either, but it can't be too little to where the frame slider does not come off. So now we go to the other side, tighten it a bit more. All right, that seems pretty good there. Just, you know, you can never have enough, right? So something here now, right, what I notice is that the cuck is a little off-centered. So I'm gonna loosen it and now retighten. So it looked a little uneven. There we go. You want it to sit nice and tight there. You don't want to break it either. That seems really good there. Back again to the other side. And we're right about that same pressure. There you go. The front axle sliders on the Panigale V4 are installed. They look really good. This is like a plastic material, but it's still strong enough to hold it. I definitely wanted these because I am scared, especially with this carbon fiber piece right here. Right, this duct. for the brakes. So now it comes out enough to where it won't damage any of the carbon fiber. And if you look at it real closely, it covers majority of the fairings, but not quite, right? It comes right up to the engine cover, or the clutch cover, right here. It comes up to right about here, but the fairings still come out wider, which is why I have the engine guards for next video. But today, right, we're focusing on front axle sliders, and there you go. They're done. That's really it. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Quick little tutorial on how to install front axle sliders on your Panigale V4. And now this thing is one step closer to be track ready, at least to where I want it to be. It's track ready, right? You can go on it like that, but I've been on the track a couple times, and I would like just more peace in mind having the front axle sliders. And next video when we install the engine guards, if you don't want to miss the next video when we install the engine guards, definitely go check that out. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because we got a lot of motorcycle content this year with this bike and the other bikes all in the fleet. So definitely don't miss that. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one.